Getting ready to start the show here. I don't see anybody here yet. That's a bummer. Ah, well, we're going to start anyway because I know a lot of people watch my live streams after it's live and they watch the replay. Actually, a lot more people watch the replay than the actual live. Oh, my honey's on here. Hi, hon. Hi. Oh, there's another person. Who else is here? Maybe if I turn the camera around, it would draw people in. Let's see here. Camera. Oh, no. Oh, good night. Where's the settings? Camera. Okay. Let's see. We gotta get the right camera on here. Let's see. Ah! Good night. It's always scary when you see my face for the first time. Oh, good night. Okay. Ah. Oh, that's okay. Why am I always? It's really weird. It's backwards on my view of it. It's backwards. I don't know if it is for you, but it looks like I'm sitting on the passenger seat. Hey, Frankie. My honey's on here. My friend Frankie's on here. Good to see you. See if anybody else shows up here. How's the audio in the video? How do I look? Well, I mean, uh, I never really looked that good, but you know, it is what it is. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Whoops, what did I do? My honey is Sunshine Legacy, my wonderful wife. Waiting for the fun show. Can't wait to laugh. Frankie is White Wolf Adventures, and he says, hello, everyone. Oh, there's a way to, let's see. I forgot how to do this. Uh, oh, I don't know. Whoop. Oh, okay, yeah. So I just click on the comment, and then it goes on the screen. That's pretty cool. Somebody else backing in next to me. I already emptied my pee jug. It's part of trucking, y'all. I mean, Welcome to Ramblin' Live. Marty's in North Dakota. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Hello? Hey, we got a third person on here. Who is it? Anybody there? Hello? Let me know how the video and the sound is. How's my do-rag look? How's my do look? I couldn't find I have like a camo one. That's my favorite one. I couldn't find it, but I like this one too. It's kind of like it's a flag, but it's not as bright. I gave my bright one to Frankie. Frankie says an awesome T-shirt and sounds good and video is good over here in Alabama. Okay, how's the sound? Because sometimes when I play it back, it doesn't seem like the sound's that great. Audio and visual is good. Okay. Okay, cool. All right, let's get the show on the road. Ramblin' Live on a Friday night. Friday Night Live, y'all. Okay, so welcome. I lost that other person, whoever they were. They left. It's probably some somebody over in China or Russia or somewhere, they click on, they see me, and then they just leave. I mean, I'd leave too if I seen me. Anyway, welcome to Ramblin' Live. We're gonna have fun. We got a special guest today. I want to start having guests on because that gets more people watching, and it's just fun. So let me know if anybody wants to be a guest. Everybody's been a guest on here, I think, or close people, friends, family. Um, Anyway, okay, welcome. Give you a little update here where I'm at here. I am in Mandan, North Dakota, just west of Bismarck. It's basically a suburb of Bismarck. I mean, I can't see Bismarck anymore, but it's over there to the east. And I parked so that I'm facing east, so the sun's not in my eyes like it is a lot of times. Of course, it'll be in my face in the morning, but I'm going to start early. Yeah, I'm at the Flying J truck stop here. I quit pretty early because I wanted to get ready for the live stream, and I got extra time to get there anyway. So I am loaded with canned food from where did I load? How did I forget that already? This was yesterday. No, not St. Cloud. Where did Rogers? I loaded at Rogers, Minnesota. Good night. Canned food going to the food shelf in Washington. Actually, two different stops. First stop is in Stanwood, which is just north of Seattle, I think. And then Bellingham, which is way up north, right at, almost on the water. So, yeah, Monday's a holiday, so I'll probably be there at the first stop Monday afternoon, evening, or close by anyway. Anyway, everything going good? Can you still hear me? Can you still see me? Okay, so show you when I'm drinking. Boy, things have changed a lot since my new healthy lifestyle. Huh? Remember, I used to eat or when I do a live stream, I'd have what I have, like chocolate and weird food, and I'd have like a triple espresso cold coffee thing, and well, anyway, I'm gonna have a hot chai tea a little later in the show, but I'm gonna start with something cold. Um, It is a blue raspberry sparkling ice, caffeine, zero sugar, with vitamins and antioxidants. 5 calories, y'all. Zero fat, zero carbs, zero protein, but now zero juice. I don't know. It might have zero flavor too. We'll see. I really like sparkling waters, flavored ones, but they got to have good flavor. There's some bad ones out there. LaCroix. Oh, that's just gross. There's some gross ones out there. Some of them are good. Some I like Celsius. I like Bubbler, and they have good things in them. I don't like energy drinks, Red Bull and Rockstar and Monster, and those aren't real good for you. But, ooh, that is good. That is good, y'all. And it's a cool looking can. I love that color. That is really good. Wow. 70 milligrams caffeine in here too. That's good. I need that. Okay, so that's my drink. Okay, I'm gonna have to start the lineup here. Oh my goodness, it's 10 after. I got to get going here so I can get our guest in here. Okay, so lineup. What we're gonna do? I'm gonna bring the guest in, and then we are gonna talk about Minnesota town names. And I'm gonna show him the name, and we're gonna see if he can say them, if he can pronounce them right. And then we're gonna ask each other questions, and I think that'll be kind of fun. And then some questions for you guys. You guys can ask questions later on, or you can do it anytime, I guess, too. It doesn't matter. And then we're going to do something it's another little fun question thing, but I'm calling it Coffee Grounds. And it's just going to be everything coffee. It might be history. It might be making a coffee. It might be doing something different, fun facts of coffee. Today I'm going to ask our guest favorites of coffees and stuff, and then I'll answer them too. And that's the thing. So I think what we're going to do is questions I ask him, I also have to answer, and then questions that he asks me, he also has to answer. And it'll just be fun. and we're just going to go crazy. We'll go down rabbit holes and rabbit trails and whatever, and just have fun. I hope this is entertaining and fun for you guys. And yeah, so I like to start out every live stream with a scripture, and the one I picked for tonight is Jeremiah 29:11. I know I have the first part memorized, but not the second part. So I'm going to read it out of my Bible, okay? Because I want to read it through. So Jeremiah 29:11 through 13. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. That was one of my first verses I ever memorized 28 years ago. You will seek me and find me when you seek me with all your heart. Oh, I missed one. Let's start that over. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. Then you will call upon me and come and pray to me, and I will listen to you. You will seek me and find me when you seek me with all your heart. That is so true. God has a plan for our lives, and we need to seek him, though. We got to put him first in our life. We can't shut him out. We got to let him in every area of our life, even the places we don't want him to be. I just got a message from our guest, but yeah, wonderful. God's word. I like to just start out with God's word, and then I end the show, the program, the shindig, whatever this is. I end it with a final quote. You'll know we're getting close to the end of the live stream when I take my do-rag off. Okay, let me see what he said here. Looks like I need to download the app. Okay. All right, Robert, if you're watching, yeah, download the app and we'll bring you in just a second here. Okay, so a couple other things. You know, if you're new to my channel, if you're watching, uh, what am what am I gonna drink and eat? Yeah, well, I'm drinking this, honey. It's really good. It's a caffeinated sparkling water, zero sugar. It has vitamins, antioxidants. I think I like this better than Celsius and Bubbler. It's really good. A lot of flavor for no sugar. That's crazy. Really good. Blue raspberry. And okay, what I'm gonna eat for a snack? I'm gonna have. I know. Pork skins, pork rinds. I haven't had any in a while, and I'm eating healthy. I'm not eating many chips. But you know what, y'all? Do you know what's in these? Pork skins and salt. That's all it is. They're pretty healthy. I mean, yeah, they're still processed. I mean, you don't get it off the pig like that, but I haven't had these for a while. They remind me of my dad. When I was younger and I go fishing with my dad. Uh, we'd sit in the boat and fish and eat pork rinds. So that's my snack on. Okay, what do we got here? Jeremiah, my honey says Jeremiah 29 is where the Israelites are being warned that they are going to be in captivity for 7 years, but they are supposed to do their best and enjoy the captivity and return to God and seek him. Yep. Amen, my love. Then he will give them knowledge and blessing. Okay, let's see if we can bring Robert in. I haven't had a guest yet. Let's see if we can. Oh, I already told you who it was. Well, I think y'all know. Let's see. Ah, there he is.
Hey, what's going on?
Not too much. How are you?
Good.
Sorry, I rambled for like 15 minutes.
Oh, okay.
What else is new, right?
Well, yeah.
I wish I was on. I got to try this on my laptop sometime, so I have a bigger screen because you're like
Okay.
this big.
Yeah,
What do
same
you got
here.
on your head?
My hat.
Nice. What kind of hat is it?
It's an Austin peanut butter cup hat.
Okay, I love it.
Well, thanks.
That's
That's
way
what
better
I'm.
than my do rag.
That's my snack.
Ooh, nummy.
Yeah, and
I
an
mean,
iced tea.
I'm eating pork rinds. Yours looks way better.
Okay.
What are you drinking?
I have an iced tea, unsweetened iced tea. That's the only thing we drink around here, besides water and coffee occasionally.
Okay, well, I found
Mhm.
this, and it is really good. So I like sparkling water if it tastes good and it doesn't have
Okay.
a lot of junk in it.
Right.
I like Celsius and bubblers. I think I
Mm-hmm.
like this better. There's no sugar. It has vitamins and antioxidants. It has caffeine, if you haven't
Right.
already noticed. And it tastes good. And there's 5 calories.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool. 5 calories.
Yeah. And it's a cool can.
What
Anyway,
flavor is that?
huh?
What flavor is that?
Blue raspberry.
Oh, blue
And it
raspberry.
doesn't, I don't see a lot of other artificial stuff in it. It's amazing. It's that good.
Okay. Nice.
I'm going to have a hot chai tea a little later in the show. I mean, if we really, go on. But I wanted to
Right.
start with something cold. Um, Welcome to the show.
Well, thank you.
So far, my wife Marilyn and our friend Frankie is on here, and actually
Okay.
there's a couple other people, but I don't know who they are. Um, and so I don't. I suppose you probably didn't see. You probably didn't have it on earlier.
No,
So
no, because you.
I basically just told everybody we're gonna. I'm gonna show you some names and see town names in Minnesota. See if you could say them. We're gonna ask each other questions and just have fun and just ramble and yeah.
Okay.
So
Is the sound okay?
yeah, it sounds great here. It's not real loud for me. That's why I'm leaning in. But um, I wonder if I plugged it into my speakers. That would probably mess it up for you guys. But
I got my little lapel microphone thing here.
I got to get one of them. I seen it at Walmart.
Yeah, they're
Um,
not very expensive. They're like 12, $13.
yeah, and honey, I didn't buy it. I'm just putting a little hint out there. If I mean, um, yeah, Robert can tell you what it is. Anyway, oh, and look what I'm wearing.
Oh
You gave
yeah,
me this, didn't you?
very nice.
You gave me this one, right?
I did.
Yeah. It says eat, sleep, scroll, and repeat.
Yeah.
I'm a scroll star. And you know what? I'm a wood carver too. And there's a wood carver shirt just like this.
Is there really?
Everybody watching, I'm
Oh, is
just,
that our? Oh, Marilyn sent that. Jeremiah 29.
yeah, that was a scripture I picked for today. Yep.
Very nice.
Um, I'm just throwing it out there. Somebody's birthday's in a few weeks, and there's a carving shirt just like this that says carve too.
Oh, okay.
I'm just throwing. I'm not.
Let's
You
see.
know,
Whose birthday's in
nobody
September?
has. I'm just. If anybody's watching, I'm just. I'm just. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm. Boy, there's a.
I'm kidding. Huh?
That's about as uh, subtle as a landmine, right?
Hey, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try something here. It probably won't work. I'm gonna plug my sound in here. Can you still hear me?
Yep.
Yep. I can hear you a lot better. Is my sound still okay?
Fine.
Fine. It is? Okay, because I can hear you a lot better now.
I'm getting a
I'm
delay
getting a
from
delay
my
from my
microphone.
microphone. Oh, are you?
Yeah, it's coming
Yeah,
back
it's coming back
delayed.
delayed. Were you before I plugged that in?
No.
No. Okay, let me try it. Let me unplug it.
Okay, now I'll try it. Nope, no delay now.
You're good now?
Yep.
Okay, I'll just leave it unplugged.
The
I
sound
just
was
can't
better
hear you
though.
real. You're not real loud to me, for
Okay.
some reason. But
Well, let me see. Is this? Let me unplug this. Is that any better?
huh?
Does that sound better or worse?
That's about the same. It's just not real loud. Um, but that's okay.
I've got my sound all the way up.
Okay.
By the way,
Anywho,
I was
okay.
working
So
on I was working
this
on the
is my
video today.
what?
I was working on the video today to send it up. You know the live presentation of the Civil War one,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and I ruined it. I had to start all over.
How did you ruin it? What do you mean?
Well, no, I didn't ruin it. I mean, I tried to cut a big piece off the end, and the whole thing disappeared. So I had it saved in another place, though.
Well, okay. So when you're doing it, if you were editing in Power Director, it doesn't go anywhere. It automatically saves.
Mm-hmm.
It saves the last thing you did.
Yeah. Well,
So,
it didn't. Like I say, it didn't save anything at all. It just literally went away,
oh,
and then,
okay.
so I had to reload it back up again. And
My honey says you are so hard to buy for. If you like something, you get it or you hint, and maybe more than one person may send it. I'm not buying anything. Of course, I did get something today at Walmart, and it was like 4.50. That's the only reason I got it. Um,
mm-hmm.
but Frankie says we're both loud down there, so I don't know. Okay, so anyway, for people watching who don't know, this is my friend Robert from New York, and it's really a blessing. This silly YouTube thing. I mean, I've been doing YouTube for over 10 years. I had a channel for 10 years, and then I started a new channel this past January, and I mean, it's just me sharing my life. It's just my silly videos, but it's amazing what God does through it. And I don't know. I've made some friends through YouTube, and I've met a lot of you, and that's just amazing to me. And Robert's one of my friends too, so is Frankie, and you know, uh, yeah, it's just amazing. It's such a blessing to me. And anyway, we met. Well, we've been talking for a couple of years, and we met. When was that? Early spring, wasn't it?
May. Wait a minute. It must have been. Was it
March or something?
April? April.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah, April. Yeah,
So,
because it's just before Lynn and I went down to see Frankie,
oh, okay. Yep, yep.
and we went down the middle of May.
Okay. Well, how about we do this? Let's do um look at my list here. How about we do who is Robert? And so you tell us a little bit about you, and then we'll do who is Marty, and I'll tell you a little bit about me. And but you got to do it in 5 minutes or less. So
Who
just
am I?
yeah, less than
Well,
5 minutes. You can share as much or little as you want. But your life, where you live, where you grew up, work, hobbies, family. But you only got
well,
5 minutes.
I didn't move very far from home. I moved across the yard. That's as far as I've been in terms of living. Well, I take that back. I moved when Lynn and I first got married. We moved to the city of Fulton, about 4 miles from here, for about well, it was less than a year, maybe 8 9 months, something like that, and then back home. And I quite literally, moved across the lawn. My dad built a house, and I got a piece of land from my dad, and literally live on the same piece of property that I've lived on since I've been, what, 2 years old. All kinds of hobbies, lots and lots and lots of hobbies. Of course, woodworking. I like woodworking, and that's kind of a cool thing. In fact, I was just telling Lynn we were just scoping out some. We've got who would have believed this? In 1 week, both, not one, but both of our bathroom vanities decided to break down and leak. So it's time to replace them anyway. So we actually went to a lumber store, or one of those Mr. Second type thing, and I tried to save some money. and I was looking up the vanities, and I just decided I'm going to build my own cabinets and just get the tops for them and the plumbing. So I'm
Oh,
going to
sure.
build.
Yeah,
So I'm going to build my own. I'm going to build the carcasses, and you know, and then because that's the bulk of it. And they want like $1,200 for a
I know.
cabinet.
It's crazy. Yeah.
So, but anyway, I do that, and of course, about 3 years ago, I got into the laser engraving and stuff like that, and I like that a lot. Of course, I've always been into computers for many, many years. I do some 3D printing, which, by the way, you're going to find out about that pretty quick, Marty and Marilyn. I got something coming your way off the 3D printer. Um,
Okay.
I've been an amateur photographer that I've been doing wedding photography for 40 years. I retired a couple years ago. Did my last wedding last Sunday. Glad I retired. How's that working for you? But anyway, and then in fact, I'm working on that. That's what I've been working on all day. The wedding, getting that thing so I can get it out to them. And of course, history is a big thing of mine. Being a historian in the town of Valmy. And singing is a real big thing in my life. Singing
Oh,
barbershop harmony and church choir.
wait.
And
Hold on. Hold 1 second. I was going to mention at the beginning. Well, I should have asked you, but if anybody wants us to sing a song,
mhm.
just throw it out there a little later. I'll sing. I don't have a voice. It'll be for laughter. But Robert has an amazing voice.
No, he
And,
doesn't.
so just throw it out there. Okay, continue on.
Well, anyways, and then of course another thing is one of my other passions that I've been doing for many many years. Brother Dave and I we go to our every Saturday night we can be found at the Oswego Speedway, and that is they call it actually it's called the Little Indy of the East because they're very very fast super modified cars, and it's a 5/8 mile track, not quite a mile, but they do 155 miles an hour going around that track. That's
Uh,
flying.
that's up there.
Yeah, it is. And so this coming Sunday is International Classic Weekend. It actually starts tonight, but we don't do the whole weekend anymore. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's too much for us old guys. We just do Sunday now, the big
Okay.
show. But other than that, those are the main hobbies that I do, and I'm sure I can find a half dozen more if I thought about it long enough. But I mean, all in all, that is who I am. I've spent a lot of time in the Cub Scouts and Boy Scouts of America. Did that for many many years, and anyways, other than that, we're getting ready to go back to church choir here and next week. We're actually starting up our new Christmas cantata starting next Thursday.
Oh, that sounds
And
great.
yep. Well, who is Marty?
Oh, um, I don't know.
Well, thank you, Marty. That was great. Is there anything else about yourself that's great?
Well, okay. So first and foremost, I'm a Christian. I'm a believer. I'm an American. I'm a husband. I'm a father. I'm a grandpa. I'm a truck driver. So I've been trucking for about 22 years. I've been working a little over 43 years now. And before trucking, I did all kinds of jobs, everything in the world. My heart is to teach, but I think that door closed. I'm going to probably retire as a truck driver in probably 12 years. And, yeah, I love spending time with my family, my wife, and just being home. I love being home with her and seeing kids and grandkids and family and friends, serving in my church. I also love woodworking and scroll sign and carving. I've really gotten to enjoying the outdoors more, especially in recent years. And gosh, I think that's kind of almost bypassed woodworking. And I like backpacks and hiking and canoeing and campfires and bushcraft and all that stuff is fun. And I like making videos on YouTube. And the thing about me is I'm really an amateur at everything. I am everything. I'm an amateur truck driver. I've been doing it for 22 years. I'm an amateur husband. I'm still working on trying to do that right.
Mm-hmm.
Everything. I'm just always learning, and I want to be better, and I'm always seeking God to be better. And I know I don't have to work for my salvation. It's a free gift,
That's
but
right.
I want to be a better for Him, and just. Um, but yeah, you know. That's kind of me in a nutshell. I don't even think that was 5 minutes. But you went a little over. I was a little under.
Oh, did I go over? Okay.
I'm not counting.
I can't see anybody commenting. Are there anybody on here besides just you and I?
Yeah, Marilyn and Frankie are on here, and one other person doesn't show who they are. So if
Okay.
somebody is on YouTube but they're not signed up with YouTube, then
I
you can't
see.
see them.
Okay.
But you know, yeah. So I'll put their comments on the screen once in a while.
Okay.
So if anybody has any questions or topics, things they want to talk about as we're rambling, put them on there, and then a little bit later, well, or we can answer questions now too. But yeah, so we want it to be a fun thing,
Mm-hmm.
talking back and forth. Um, so how about we do the name thing?
Okay.
So I'm gonna hold it up. I thought I had a whiteboard in here, but I didn't. So I just got a notepad. So hopefully you can read them. I'll hold them up to the screen,
All right.
and you try to say it. And I'll tell you what it is when you're, lost. You can't get
Okay.
it.
When I'm
I just,
lost.
I just thought this would be fun. Huh?
When I'm lost, you said.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. All right. The first one, and where I don't know where the camera is here, but okay.
Oh, that's New Prague.
New what?
New Prague.
No.
Yeah, it is. It's
What?
in. Yeah.
No.
It's near Budapest.
No, this is believe it's in southern Minnesota. You're close.
Oh, New Prague, y'all.
No. New Prague. Prague.
Prague, huh?
Yeah, I know it doesn't make sense. Most things in Minnesota don't really make sense, but I still
Okay.
love it.
All right.
You're close. Most people say Prague.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, I know what that one's. That's the Empire State. That's my state, Excelsior.
Oh, really?
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
You have
Didn't you
an
know that?
Excelsior too?
Well, it's the Empire State. That's the Elsa. It's actually what's called. It's on our license plates.
Oh, I didn't know that. What does it mean? I mean, what's it stand for there?
It's the thing that's on the the law thing. The the weights. The law thing.
Oh,
Ex,
okay.
Excel.
Okay.
Yeah. It's of the law thing. It's one of the weights. Remember the weights in the law and all that stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what that is.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay,
Excelsior is a
that's
Greek god.
interesting. See,
Yeah,
I
Excelsior
love
is a Greek god.
learning.
It's a Greek god of law.
Okay. My
Yeah.
honey says we probably don't say it right. Yeah, that's right, honey. It's New Prague. Um, it's not Prague. Yeah, it's Prague.
Oh, Frankie says, "Play it again, Sam."
I think he was talking about when we were talking about singing.
Oh, I see. Well,
Okay,
okay. I'll take a stab at Faribault.
say it a little louder.
Faribault.
Okay, I'm going to tell you something.
Faribault. Faribault.
Well, okay, no, I'm going to tell you something. You said it exactly like I say it. And I found out today, just today, I found
Wrong.
out that I've been saying it wrong my whole life.
Really?
It's not Faribault. It's Faribault. The
Oh.
L and the T are silent.
Hmm.
I just
Okay.
found that out today. I didn't know that. So
All right.
you got it. You were the same as me, but we're both wrong.
Okay.
All right, this one's only about 10 minutes from our house, and this one's kind of fun to say.
Wow. Candiohi.
Pretty close. Try it again.
Candiohi.
Yes,
Candiohi.
Candy. Very good. You know what's really funny about this though? People who live in Candy, I mean, I've heard them say it different ways. I
Yeah.
heard somebody corrected me one time. They said, "No, it's not Candy, it's Candy, And
Oh,
then I heard
really?
that somebody else said, "No, it's Candy,
Oh, okay. That sounds Japanese almost.
Yeah. Well, and again, the Native Americans were the first Americans, and so if almost all, not all of them, but many cities and towns and names in the U.S. are Native American. Not all of them,
Mm-hmm.
but okay.
Awatona.
What?
Awatona. Awatona.
Say it again.
Awatona.
Awatona?
Awatona.
No, Owatonna.
Okay.
You had the two O's switched. I mean, it looks like ow. Yeah, Owatonna.
Owatonna.
Yeah,
Owatatana. Tatata.
I like that. Okay. All right. Keep going here. Whoop.
Is it Zumbrata or Zumbrota?
Zumbrota. Yep. Zumbrota.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's even a Zumbrota Falls. I think there's waterfall. Well, yeah, I think Minnesota River. It's in southern Minnesota.
Is that right? Did you know that Minnesota is the only state that has 3 rivers that flow out of it, not in, but out of it? Did you know that?
Um, well, the Minnesota and Mississippi. What's the third?
I don't know. There's 3 of them.
Oh,
I asked you, did you know that? But they flow out of the state. They don't flow into the state.
okay. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the Mississippi actually starts in Lake Itasca, north of us, about 4 hours. The Minnesota River. I'm
Near the head falls of the Mississippi. That's where it starts in Minnesota.
Yeah, Lake Itasca. Yep, it's about 4 hours north of us.
Mm-hmm.
The Minnesota River, if I'm not mistaken, starts on the west side. I think it's out of there's a lake over there on the South Dakota border, and that's where the Minnesota River starts, I believe, and it runs east to the cities and then south. Well, no, I think it ends at the Mississippi River. It's pretty short.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then interesting, the Red River. I think it's the Red River. It runs along the North Dakota border. It runs north to Canada.
Yeah, we have one. The
So yeah,
Genesee River in Rochester runs north and south.
okay,
One of the only rivers in the New York State that runs north. Everything else is east and west.
okay,
Mm-hmm.
interesting. See, I love learning. I like all
Oh,
these little tidbits. It makes it
that's
fun.
true. Mm-hmm.
If anybody has any thoughts on anything, just throw them in here because I'll put it up on the screen and it's just fun. Like if you have a thought or something about any of these, or let's hear from y'all.
See, Bemidji.
Who?
Bemidji.
Yeah, Bemidji. Good. Very good.
Of course.
I have a feeling that you have a lot of towns in your state too that I probably couldn't pronounce.
Oh, yeah. There's some different ones. Uh, St. Bonifacius?
Yeah, my goodness, you're good. You're good at figuring it out quickly.
Well,
I watched some videos and it's funny people trying to say that. We call it St. Bonnie.
uh-huh. We have St. Bonaventure.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, Shakopee.
No.
Shakopee?
Nope.
Shakopee?
No.
Shakopee? What's that? SC? I can't find it. There it is. SH. Shakopee.
I like the way you say it though. That's cute.
Okay. All right.
Shakopee.
Oh, Shakopee. Shaka?
Shakopee, don't you know? Yeah, we from Shakopee,
Okay.
Minnesota.
Okay.
Okay, we got a couple questions here. Let's see. My honey says, question for Robert. Said my hometown. Oh wait, no, this is from Frankie. Question for Robert. It said my hometown Oneonta because you a town in New York with the same name.
Oneonta.
Oh, how do you say that?
Oneonta.
Oneonta? Okay.
Oneonta. In fact, that's on my list. One of them.
Oh, okay. So that's in New York, and then it's in
I'll
must
take it
be in
on.
Texas too, where he. Okay.
Okay.
And then my honey says the three rivers that start Minnesota and flow out of the Mississippi, the Red River, and the St. Lawrence. Oh, okay. I didn't
We
know
have a
about.
St. Lawrence. We have a St. Lawrence also that goes up St. Lawrence Seaway
Okay.
into Canada.
Okay. I didn't know about the Red River and the St. Lawrence. I didn't know they
See,
were.
we're on the Canadian border too.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. How far are you from Canada?
I am 75-minute drive, just
Oh,
over an hour.
okay.
Just over an hour.
So we're about 6 hours.
Oh, really? Okay.
But
Just over an hour.
okay. All right. Keep going. A few more here.
Wayzata?
Close.
Wayzata? It's not Wayzata?
Why do you say that?
Why? Wayzata? Is it
Wyzetta.
Wayzata?
Yeah, I know it's an A there, but it sounds like an E.
Well,
Wyzetta.
the thing is, I don't see a Y or a Zata. Wayzata, but it's certainly not. It's not phonetically spelled. Okay.
not,
Well.
not even close.
Okay.
This is another one that's fun to say.
Well, I don't know. Matomidi. Uh,
It's not even close. It's not what you think.
okay. Mahatmadi. Well, I don't know. It's
Matamidi.
what?
Matamidi.
Matamidi. Okay.
And you know what's funny? Matamidi. We know these towns. We've known them forever, and yet they are complicated when you think about it. But they just flow so quick. Yeah,
Right.
Matamidi.
Mm-hmm.
Cranky says, "What river flows north?" The Red River flows north along the North Dakota Minnesota border. Oh, he says, "Oh, Oneonta is in Alabama." I thought it was in Texas. Okay.
Okay. Luton.
Yeah, good. That's up on the North Shore.
Luton, yeah, sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, Managa.
Yeah. You're good. You're getting most of these. Okay, okay. I think this will stump you, I'm pretty sure. Well, the second word's pretty easy.
Uh, is that an R after the D? VADR?
No, it's an N.
An N, okay. Vednai Heights?
No,
It's not Vednai Heights?
no.
Vadeness Heights.
Close.
Vadeness. It's not Vadeness Heights, huh?
Vadnais Heights.
Vadness.
Vadnais, yeah. You know, there's something too about Minnesota. I don't know how to explain it, but um, there's a lot of we have a lot of Oz, like
Right.
something. Well, what's really interesting about Canadians, they can't say ah. I mean, they say a all the time, you know.
That's right.
But
Well, you know why? Because it's the way
what?
they spell the name. That's the way they spell it. Canada. Eh?
Yeah,
That's
there's a lot
why.
of A's in there.
That's right.
But I mean, like, because I hear people say garage. They can't say garage. They say garage.
Yeah,
They
grad.
say and they say pasta,
Yeah,
and it's yeah, it's just kind of weird.
right. Otsego.
Yep. Do you have one of those?
We have an Otsego. We have a county by Otsego.
Okay. You said it like you know it.
Yeah, we have a county. Iota.
Yep.
Iota.
Okay. So that's all I have, but I
Hold
have a
on.
few more.
Here we go. Let me see if I can. Well, I don't know.
Wait. I have a few more here.
Mm-hmm.
Not for you to guess how to say them, but I just want to see your reaction. So if you can
Okay.
get your face close to the camera
Okay.
so we can all see. Okay.
Oh boy. Clemoxy. Clemoxy. Cle. Col.
You're
We
avoiding the obvious.
we.
Yeah, Climax. It's up north in Minnesota.
I know that. I've heard of it before. We have an Intercourse, Pennsylvania.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. Just over the border. Yeah.
And
Intercourse.
this one I didn't know we had.
Oh, really?
Yep. I don't know
Wow.
if it's by Climax or not, but
Okay.
and then we have this. This is actually pretty close to Climax.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Embarrassed, which is really close to being one of the coldest spots in the U.S.
Oh, I thought that was International Falls.
Yeah, that's right up in there, up in that little
That
titty
that
thing. Not
that little peninsula.
no, the little ditty, the little pokey. You know what I mean? Okay, I just found this one today too.
Keister.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure. You fall down on your keister. Okay.
And Nimrod's up in northern Minnesota. That's actually from they named it actually from the Bible, from in the Bible.
Okay.
That's
I,
all I have of those.
can you see that?
Oh no. Um, I needed, but way closer. Okay. Um. Oh gosh. Ona Onondaga. Oh wait, no. Oh Onondaga. Onondaga.
Onondaga.
Onondaga.
That's one of the
Okay.
Indians. Yeah. Next one
Okay.
down.
Okay. Then Charlotte.
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 That's right.
Oh, okay. And then
You should know this one.
Chile.
Chili.
Chili.
Chili. That's just outside. That's a suburb of Rochester. Chili.
No. Why would they say Chili?
Chili. That's how it's pronounced.
Okay. Um, Chalmont.
Not even close.
Chayumont.
No. Chameau.
Chayumont.
Chameau.
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 Chameau. Is that T is silent?
Like MOW. Mo.
Chameau.
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 Yep.
Okay.
Chameau Bay.
Okay. And Volney, because I've heard you say it.
That's where I live, yeah.
And I'm guessing it's not Teresa.
It's not Teresa.
Larissa.
It's close.
Larissa.
Theresa.
Harissa. The T is silent.
Theresa.
Harissa. Okay.
No, like th. Like thaw.
Tharisa.
Like take something out of the freezer. Thaw. Theresa.
Tharisa.
There you go.
Okay. Okay. I don't see anything below that. Is that the bottom or? Oh, there we go. Oh, good night. Hold on a second.
That's in my hometown. Whoops.
Okay. Oops. Okay.
Are you there?
Oh, good night. Um. Oh gosh, there's too many letters there. Nitawanta. Nitawanta.
Niatawanta.
Niatawanta?
Or as the locals say, no, I don't. That's a lake. It's a lake. It's our lake in the It's Lake Neontawanta or Lake No I Don't Wanna.
Oh, okay, okay.
Some people call it Lake Pee All You Wanna.
I like that. Um, Lowville,
Lowville.
Loud.
Lowville.
Okay.
All righty, let's go on to the second page.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Shohari,
Skohari.
Skohari,
Skohari.
Sko.
No.
Sorry, Skohari.
Skohari, yep.
Okay. Um, what do we got here? Oh wait.
That's an easy one.
1 second here. My wife said Frankie the Red River runs north. Okay, Breckenridge. Like okay. Sure not a spelling test. Chris can't find us. Okay. Yeah. Um. Okay. Um. Okay. Uh. Cattaraugus.
That's exactly right. Cattaraugus. There you go.
Cattaraugus.
You're 1 for 1.
Rhonda quote. Rhonda quote.
Arondakoi. Arondakoi.
Rhonda Coy. Oh, okay.
The T is silent.
Okay. Oswegatchie.
Yeah.
That one's fun to say. Oswegatchie. Oswego. So is Oswego by you, or you live
That's
in?
right. That's where I was born.
Oh, you were born in. Okay,
It's
I like
8 miles. It's 8 miles from here.
that. Okay, I like that one too. Oh my gosh, Tough Hancock. Tough, tough Hancock.
Pretty close. Tuggenuck.
Toganock.
Tuggenuck.
Okay.
That's not bad. That's pretty good. I mean, that's not bad. You got like 3 out of 14. That's
I
pretty
think you
good.
did a lot better.
That's pretty good, actually. You did all right. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
huh?
No, I say you did pretty well.
So I'm wondering about a few things, like, if the difference between New York and Minnesota. Um,
About 20% sales tax.
oh yeah, that. Okay, if you're gonna make something in a big pan, and you're gonna put a bunch of veggies in there, maybe some kind of cream soup and whatever's leftovers in the fridge. What do you call it in New York?
What do we call that?
Yeah.
Well, they're leftovers.
Well,
Probably a casserole.
a casserole.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
of some sort.
That's a hot dish in Minnesota.
Uh-huh.
So, honey, I think did you say once? I think in Colorado they call it a casserole.
Mm-hmm.
Frankie, what do they call it down there? So here's a thing: you guys can answer these questions too. Okay. Go ahead and answer them too. Okay. So you're in your living room, and there's that big long piece of furniture.
Mm-hmm.
Like 3 or 4 people could sit on it, or you could lay on it. What do you call it?
Well, it's either a couch or a sofa. Both are acceptable.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, we call it a couch. I don't know.
When we were growing up at home, it was a couch. When we got
Okay.
older and more, more, what would you call it? You know, we call it sofas now. Just like when we were kids, we called it pop, but now we call it soda when we're older.
Oh, yeah, that was on there too. Yeah, we call it pop.
Yeah.
Some people call it soda pop. Some people
Yeah,
call it soda.
you get to
I
the
don't know
west, it's
where
still
it is.
pop.
Is it out east or out southeast somewhere? They call everything Coke, which is really weird.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, in Western New York, it's called pop.
And then the last one I had was, my honey says, yes, Colorado, it is a casserole. Minnesota says the dish it is cooked in is a casserole dish, and the
Yeah.
ingredients is a hot dish. Oh, that
Yeah.
makes sense, honey. Yep.
We do Dutch ovens too. You know, it's a covered. So you put it in the oven with a cover on it. That's a Dutch oven.
Oh, okay.
It's
Okay.
usually made out of clay or cast iron.
Well, I've seen some guys do some hiking, camping videos where they have like a portable Dutch oven and they'll do it
Yeah.
over a fire.
Hey,
That was,
did I happen to send you guys the little link of the cool little channel I found in the last couple of weeks? It's so cool. It's got this young couple. Remember they cook back into the well, they cook like it was in the 1820s or 1830s.
I'm gonna check it out tonight. When I go to bed, I usually watch a couple of videos to get tired, and I'll check it out because you did
It's
send it, but I don't think I took the time to watch it yet. I'll
it's
do that.
really cool because what they do is they actually show you in writing of back in the 1800s the actual recipe, and it's just really I just find it fascinating. It's a nice little it's a nice little program. It's got this young couple, that they kind of live back in the old days, back in the early 1800s.
Okay. My wife says, Marilyn, she says her grandma used to call the sofa a Davenport. I
Yeah,
remember that too.
yeah,
That's an old one.
yeah. I've heard them call that as well.
Um, the other thing I was going to ask you, you play that game? You're in a circle, the duck duck.
Okay, yeah, yeah. And by the time it gets around to you, like
So what is
whisper,
it
you
called?
mean? Duck, duck, goose? No,
No, it's not.
something different.
It's duck duck gray duck.
Really?
Wh- So my whole life is all I've known is duck duck gray duck. And I come to find out Minnesota's probably the only state that says that. Everybody else says goose.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Goose doesn't
Well,
even make sense. Well, how would a goose get in there?
you go around duck, 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 goose, and then you run and get back to your place.
No,
Is that how it's
you
played?
you're going around and there's different, and then you come to a gray duck, not a goose. A goose. Why would a goose? I don't even think goose hang around ducks, do they?
Mm-hmm. They do. Yeah. You don't think goose get along with ducks? Sure they do.
Uh, I I don't know. Goose is a goose. Is a gander. Is a
They can be pretty
gander.
mean too sometimes. Oh, you never been pecked by a goose or a duck?
I don't think so.
Oh my goodness. Oh, absolutely.
I
They
think
can
I've been
be
chased by a chicken.
they can be devastating.
Mm.
Oh, I'm dead serious. Really?
Frankie says my bed when my sister had company. Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, he slept. He had to sleep on the couch or the Davenport or the sofa. Okay. Okay. Um. Okay. So next, well, we're already at an hour. If everybody's having fun, we can go longer. Um.
I told you we wouldn't have to worry about time.
um. Yeah. Only about a quarter through my list, and it's an hour already. Oh
Mm-hmm.
wait, my wife says yes. Duck Duck Goose is the right one. It's just Minnesota that changes. It gives a quick change instead of saying gray duck. When you say
Okay.
gray, the person has time to get up and before you say duck.
Uh-oh,
Okay.
it's backwards.
Huh?
It's backwards. It doesn't show, does it?
Yeah, it's really small. I mean, it's probably big for everybody else, but for me, it's small. Show it up again. Jesus lives. Okay. What is that?
My little Bible.
Oh, okay.
My little pocket one.
Oh, okay. Very nice. I love it.
I've got it all, of course, it's all marked up and everything. It's well used.
Yep,
it's
that's
it's
good.
it's
Yep.
pretty old. It's pretty old. Some of the pages are a little tattered.
Okay. That's great. I
I know
love
where they are though. Yeah, that's the one I use in my everyday. I keep it in my little front pocket.
I have a little one in my shop by my chair, but I need my glasses to read it because the letter's so small. Um,
Mm-hmm.
this one, I've had this one for 20 some years. I had to put
Mm-hmm.
a new cover. I put duct tape on it.
Right.
And
Camo duct tape.
yeah, and I love this one because it's an NIV. I like the NIV, and I like that. This is the before they changed it. I like the original. I don't know. Yeah, mine's pretty marked up too. I just love it.
Mm-hmm.
I have a study Bible too, but that's probably my favorite one. Um,
I like a
so,
reference one too.
huh?
I like a reference Bible only because I can put when I find a verse and it derives from another one, I can put that in there and then I can go from one reference to another and back and
Yep,
forth. I like that.
yep. Um, okay, so I had a few questions I wanted to ask you just to keep conversation going. Um, do you have any questions for me? I was going to say we could either go back and forth, or I could just ask you a bunch and then you ask me or whatever. I don't know.
I'm okay.
Okay, so is that yes or no?
I don't have any questions for you right now.
Okay, all right. So, what are five things that are unique about New York? And they can be
Five
anything, just to kind of give people a picture of what New York is.
five things that are unique. Well, um, we are second in growing apples. Also, we are second in what was the other thing too? There was another thing I was looking up. We're second in apples and second in I can't remember what the other one was. One thing that we've been really coming on strongly on is our wine. We've been really producing some unbelievable wine in the international wine. Uh, we've been actually, believe it or not, beating out California as well as France. A lot of our vineyards are amazing. Well, they found that down there along what we call down in the Seneca, river, in between there's basically, the Finger Lakes region, and down in between there's lakes and lakes. Literally, they look like fingers. That's why they're called the Finger Lakes. There's five of them, and the vineyards grow right in between all the lakes. And they found that it has been just incredible fertile land for growing grapes. The temperature and also of course, the rain, the mist that comes over. Let's see, what else would be.
That one is interesting because I noticed that when I've been there a few times,
Mm-hmm.
I see a lot of vineyards, and I am, I, when I first went to New York State, I was like thinking New York City. Well, that's
Mm-hmm.
not New
No,
York City, way 500 miles away.
we're
It's like,
6 hours away. Yeah,
yeah, the state is beautiful. I mean, the
yeah.
hills, and the small towns, and the countryside. It really is pretty.
Oh, here's one for you. The Adirondack Park in the Adirondack Mountains. It is larger than Yosemite. It's larger than the Wyoming one. It's larger than, well, the ones that are out there in
Yellowstone.
the region. I looked them up, but there's like five of them that are out there in the West. They're larger. That one park alone is larger than those five combined. Oh, you can't believe the enormity. Hundreds of
Really,
thousands of acres. Oh yeah, and I live less than an hour from that.
really.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Adirondack
I
Park,
gotta, I gotta
Adirondack
come out
Mountains.
there and see you, and because I hear the Adirondacks are amazing for hiking too.
Oh, they're unbelievable. When I was in the Scouts, I used to do a lot of that was my thing. I used to do a lot of mountain hiking and backpacking, mountain and backpacking, and I've been up Mount Baldy several times, Whiteface Mountain. You know, oh, you want to see something beautiful? You should go up to Old Forge. In fact, my son's there right now camping. Old Forge, Lake Placid, where they had the Olympics. A couple
Oh, sure.
times. Oh, unbelievable. Just gorgeous country up there. Absolutely
Okay.
gorgeous. Yep.
Okay.
Let's see, what else have we got that might be indigenous to New York that is rather amazing. Um, well, let's see. Hmm. I want to find out what those parks were. But Adirondack, like I say, the Adirondack Mountains, they are unbelievable.
I can hear you a lot better when you're close to the camera like that too. That's
Yeah, I'm a
good.
lot closer. Yep, a lot closer now. Okay, here we go. Though, of course, the foliage, our fall foliage is second to none. You're not going to believe how gorgeous our foliage is between late September and mid October.
Yeah, Minnesota, northern Minnesota is too. Yep, actually the whole state, but
Yep,
starts in the north.
yep, absolutely.
We're hoping to finally get up there for hopefully a few days. End of September, beginning October.
Right. Now, is that up where the North Shore where you were talking about before?
Yeah, yep.
Okay, Marty, it is the Adirondack State Park is approximately 2.6 million square acres.
Oh wow.
And there's the remaining 3.4 million acres are devoted to clearly just to forestry, agriculture, and open space recreation.
Well,
It is larger than Yellowstone, Yosemite, the Grand Canyon, Glacier, and the Great Smokies National Parks combined.
oh my goodness. How many
You
acres?
well, 3.4 million. Well, there's actually
That's
almost 6 million total.
that's
But the
crazy.
oh yeah,
To put it in another proportion, we have 2 acres, and it takes me like 3 hours to cut the grass.
oh well, yeah, yeah, that's amazing. But yeah, the Adirondack Park is just spectacular. It's literally spectacular. That's
That's
one of the
amazing.
oh yeah,
Where is that from you?
less than an hour.
So,
The foothills start just that Lowville that you were talking about, Lowville. The foothills are right around there. They're about 40 minutes from my house, and they go all the way straight up. That's part of the Appalachians, the Adirondacks. They turn into the Adirondacks. So
oh, they're
that
part of
was
the. Oh, okay.
all glaciers back in, obviously millions of years ago. But
Okay.
they are, now of course, keep in mind, they don't have the grandeur, they're like 5,000 to 6,000 feet. They don't have 12, 15,000 or 12,000 feet like the Colorados or the mountain, all those over there. But they're just gorgeous. They're unbelievably beautiful.
Yeah, I hear it's really pretty up there. And yeah, the Appalachian Trail goes through there. I don't know where. I'll have to look on the map. I don't know where that is from you. It's further east, but where the trail goes through. But
Right. We have, it's just amazing. Absolutely amazing. Let me see if I can bring something up here for you. Okay. Here,
oh, that's pretty.
that's the Adirondacks right there.
Okay. Okay.
Isn't
Yeah,
that
that looks
beautiful?
really nice.
Oh yeah. It's like you say, it's nothing like New York City. It's not even close, you know.
Frankie says, "Does New York make maple syrup?"
Oh yeah. That's what it is. We're number 2 in maple syrup next to Vermont.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the other thing I was trying to think of. Yeah, apples, and maple syrup were number 2, and ironically too, number 2. Remember, we try harder. Also, the home of Avis Rent a Car. We try harder. Number 2. Hey, we're number 2. We're number 2. Oh golly! Oh, look at that. The best hiking.
What?
Oh,
Oh, okay. Oh,
bet
yeah.
unbelievable for hiking.
I'm just aching for a hike. It's just been too hot and buggy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like I say, people hear New York and they think of New York City, and it's like, nope, not even close.
Yeah.
No, not even close. Well,
Yeah. Do you even get to New York City? Have you been? I mean, you go there often, or?
no, not at all. Are you kidding me? There's no reason. Just no reason at all. Well,
Yeah.
heck, I'm only what? I'm like 2.5 hours from Niagara Falls, and I've been there like 3 times in my lifetime.
Okay.
It's
Yeah, I'd
like,
rather go to Niagara Falls than New York City.
well, it's right there, but it's just so accessible to us that believe it or not, one of the prettiest times I went to Niagara Falls, I went there in April. It was like third week of April, and the falls were frozen solid.
Oh wow.
It was gorgeous. You wouldn't believe how pretty it was. Really. You wouldn't think so, but it
A
was.
couple a couple of years ago, Marilyn and I went up to the North Shore in January,
Yeah,
and it was warmer than normal, so it was like 35, 40,
yeah.
and it was gorgeous. The frozen falls with the water rushing through the ice, and
Oh, yeah,
oh, it's just amazing up there.
absolutely. Then, of course, we have lots of snow, too. Oh, there's Whiteface Mountain. Whiteface Mountain is do 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 do. What's it say now? Hold on. I just read what the elevation was. 14. Wow, is it 14 40 4,800 feet? 4,867. 4,867. So we're
Okay.
like 5,000. But we're
Oh,
not like the Rockies. We don't have 10, 11,000, 12,000.
you know what I've heard though, when I watch guys, especially Sean Syntax 77, I watch him a lot,
Yeah.
and he hikes the Adirondacks and around there, and I mean they're really steep elevation. Um,
Well, they can
Even
be.
though yeah, they're not super high like the Rockies, but they're
No,
mountains and they're pretty steep when you're hiking.
they are. They are
Um,
indeed.
our highest is 2,200. That's our highest point, Minnesota.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
hoping I'm hoping Maryland and I can hike up there sometime. It's on the North Shore,
Right.
but
Right. Well, with ours is that it's so treacherous is because it's just so thick. You get lost in a heartbeat. You get
oh
off the
yeah,
trail, you're in trouble. And of course, the bear is just unbelievable. A lot of
yeah,
wildlife. Yeah.
yeah. Okay, on to another question. What is history to you? Because I know you're really big on history. What does history mean to you? Like, is it uh uh just is history okay? I just asked you the question a few seconds ago. Is that already history, or is there does it have to be a certain amount of time before it's history,
No,
or
no
the
history. That's
time
one thing about
period?
history. The one thing about history is it's never ending. It's every year it gets harder and harder for kids. Depending on how far you want to go back. To me, it's everything. But I was taught very early on that with like especially for reading books, history books, you can go, Marty, by reading history books, you can visit anywhere in the world.
Yeah,
Literally, you can go anywhere in the world you know, and
yeah,
it's amazing. It really is.
yeah.
And we have, of course, the thing is, on the East Coast, we have probably the richest history of all because obviously it's the oldest part of the country. You know,
Right. Yeah, it was
but
settled.
yet,
Yep.
but yet, when you go to like when I go to Europe, it pales in comparison to to Europe. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, our country is just what 250 years old next year.
Yeah, that's pretty
250.
young, really, as far as history. Yeah.
You go over there, you got architecture over there that's 700, 800 AD. It's just, I mean, they're 12, 1300 years older than we are,
Yep.
but still, in terms of the United States, though, the East Coast obviously is much, much older than the Midwest or the West, certainly the West.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. Hmm.
Well, I feel like I've been talking too much. I mean, I have more questions I can ask you, but otherwise, you could just
Fire
You want to
away.
just talk or share? I don't know.
Oh, just fire away. I'm here.
Um,
Does Frankie or Marilyn have any questions?
yeah, you guys, if you want to ask away. Um,
That
so in your life so far, what's been your favorite job and why?
My favorite job and why? Well, the one I've got now. That's pretty
Okay.
easy, only because it's the one that I basically live for. But
Okay.
no, I've actually every job I've had, I haven't had as many as you probably, but in fact, I've had very few jobs actually. I was one of the types of persons where I was going to be on a job, had I not hurt, I would have got hurt my back when I was very young. I would have been probably just getting retired about 4 years ago, and I worked at a place called Armstrong. It was a paper factory. I worked there for 7.5 years, but that was kind of neat. But I enjoyed. I worked at a right out of high school. I went. Well, my very first job, obviously, other than mowing lawns and I worked. We did a lot of muck farming. Our whole area was muck farmers. And when we were kids, we were 14 years of age. You could go out and you could get what you called your working papers, and
Okay.
you had to have your parents sign, and you could go and work on the mucks, chopping onions, picking potatoes, working at the vacuum cooler, putting lettuce, packing lettuce in boxes, all kinds of stuff like that. And hard work, very hard work. But and then from there, I worked at a grocery store, stocking shelves, carrying groceries out, that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
unloading trucks. And then from there, I went to a little TV shop called Greco's TV, where I did basically delivery. We delivered things, and then I worked my way into I actually went to school, a weekend school, whippy do, but nonetheless, I went to school and learned how to repair appliances, washers, dryers, trash compactors, ranges, everything but refrigeration. And then after
Okay.
that, that's when I went to Armstrong, you know, and so,
Okay.
but
Did you
that's
get hurt at Armstrong?
yeah, I got hurt on the job.
Okay.
Unfortunate, got hurt my back real bad, trying to lift on a heavy roll. And I guess the only
Okay.
good thing about it was the fact that my boss, my actual foreman, who was in charge of me, was on the job with me, and he basically created the problem. So there was no denying I was injured. But I got
Okay.
I got news for you. It's the worst. It's absolutely the worst getting hurt, because once you injure your back, it's for life. You just can't fix it.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm okay. I did okay.
So, what's on your workbench right now? And it can be what's physically on your workbench, or it can be what projects you want to do, or it could be what's on your desk at work for that matter. Just like what's on your workbench. I like that. I started doing that the last year. Just kind of a neat question to
Oh,
see what people are
I got a
doing.
couple little things. I just got a little bookmark here that, see how that little
Oh
cross,
yeah,
I think you got one of them.
I love that. Yep, yep.
My little
Very cool.
little badges. But downstairs on my workbench, right currently, I have about three things that I'm working on simultaneously. Number one, I've got a whole stack of pressure treated lumber that I'm going to be making my brother and my sister-in-law a set of Adirondack chairs. So
Okay,
that I'm going to knock them out for their anniversary in October, and
okay.
then and
So what
then.
what what pattern are you using?
I think the one I bought the pattern from Steve Carmichael.
Oh, okay, okay.
Steve Carmichael's, yeah. I got his set. I like it because it had some wheels. In other words, you
Oh,
can just tilt it backwards and wheel it around.
okay,
Yeah, I like that. So
okay.
that's what I'm going to use. I've never made them before, but I'm going to do them.
I've made them a few times, and I have the. It's like a. I think it was originally Bob Vila's, or not Bob Vila. Who's the other guy? Not Bob Vila. The other guy.
Norm Abrams?
Norm, yeah, it's his pattern. And
Okay.
and I actually made templates for it because I made a bunch of them, and
Mm-hmm.
I
Yep.
want to make some new ones for us, but I want to tweak it. I want to make it a little wider and not as much of a slope in the back, and maybe the armrest bigger, and just kind
Right.
of. But yeah, we got one sitting. I don't even know where to. Oh, it's sitting right by our campfire, and that one's,
Mm-hmm.
gosh, that's probably 15 years old or so. It's still, and I just made them out of cedar, but
Right. Right. Well, those are nice. Well, I'm going to make these out of pressure treated, and then of course stain them because our weather is just atrocious. So
yeah,
I figured I'd make them out of that pressure treated. They have a little bit longer to last. And then
yep.
another thing I got on the workbench is I've got an antique chest that I'm taking down and finishing for my sister-in-law for her grandson, my brother's grandson, and I'm finishing that up. It's all it's made out of gosh, I think it's cedar because it's beautiful. It smells beautiful. And then
Okay,
the third thing I've got on my bench, I've got to finish up. I've got an antique door that a gal that's got an old farmhouse, she asked me if I could please, fix it up for her. So I got to get that done too and get that over to her.
okay,
So those are the three projects that I'm going to be working on
okay.
next.
Well, that sounds cool.
Oh yeah, I've always got something on the shelf doing. And as I told you, of course, I'm going to be working on some vanity.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Just going to knock out some, do my own. Got some patterns here. I'm going to just get some hardwood. I think I'll probably get some maple. Something's going to last. Be the last
Okay,
time I'll need to do it. And then make a carcass out of the maple, and then just buy the top. The nice heavy top and some nice hardware and everything.
okay, yep,
But other
yep,
than that, I'm gonna save myself about $2,000 with the two units.
yeah.
But there,
Oh,
I
there's some
just
really cool, really neat things you can do. I'm not good at that stuff, really. I mean, you know, but I think it'd be kind of fun to learn to do some of that. Um, like my brother, they did their bathroom one time, and it was really cool. I think we have pictures of it, and it was all like really, really rustic. They had
right.
like a tree in the bathroom, a real
Oh,
tree,
nice.
and they had the toilet was almost like it was a bench, and then
Right.
they just had the toilet seat on top of it, and then they had a chain you pull to flush it.
Hmm.
Um, just really unique and different.
Well,
Um,
me, it's a matter of money. When I went up and just I just was scoping it out, and just doing some shopping. It's like you got to be kidding me. You want $800 for that little cheap,
I
piece
know.
of nonsense, piece of particle board crap is what it is.
Yeah,
And I
you can
just said,
make it. You can
my,
make it cheaper, and you can really be unique.
oh
My
well,
uncle did theirs, and they got a really cool sink. I don't know how they did it, but the sink is a bowl. It's just like a bowl sitting
right,
there,
right. And I
and
may do that for one of them.
just so cool. And then they have like a trough coming out, and the water just pours off of the trough. It's
Yep,
just,
yep.
and they kind of did that all too. And it's like, yeah, there's so many fun things you can do, and actually do more interesting and cheaper. Just got to learn some different things and stuff.
Well,
But
unfortunately, that's what I've got to do first. I've got to go buy the sinks and the hardware first, and you got to build around it. You can't
right,
build it and then hopefully get something to fit. You gotta do it backwards. You know what I mean? So I'll
you,
go out and buy her what she wants. I'll do them one at a time,
you
and
know one
then
thing too. I don't know if you have them there in New York, but a lot of cabinet shops in Minnesota, they give away like Corian or countertops. They have
yeah,
like pieces of countertops that they just can't use, and some of them are 3, 4, 5 feet long.
right, right,
I mean, they're big enough for a small bathroom for a
right.
top.
Yeah, and the one of them is only 24 inches. Well, 25 inches. You know,
Okay,
my one upstairs is a very small one. So that's
okay,
another reason why I decided to do that. I said, heck, I'll just build it myself. I can do that.
yep,
I built plenty of furniture before. I built beds and dressers, and I know I can do it. So,
I don't know if my wife and Frankie are still on here. Are you guys still on here? Anywho,
well,
oh
I see Frankie said he's got a Bible that dates back to the 1800s.
yeah, he said that earlier. Yeah,
That's
I don't
cool.
know if either of them are still on or not, but I suppose we could get ready to wind down. I had a whole bunch more questions and things to talk about, but um,
Well, I knew we weren't going to have to worry about filling time.
yeah,
I
it's
was
always
certain about
fun
that.
to
With
talk
these
about
two, with these two mouths going.
yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I had a bunch of other stuff, but we can just, I don't know. What do you have any other things to share to show or?
No, but what I was wondering when you get home, what is the first thing other than seeing Maryland, obviously? What is the first thing you gravitate to when you get home? What's the thing that you look most forward to? Other than Maryland, I know that's number one.
Um, well, depending on the weather, um, either laying in the hammock, um, or having a campfire.
Yeah.
Those are two. I mean,
Well, I know, Marty. One thing
even
I
just
know for
sitting on the
sure.
deck having a cup of coffee.
Yeah, on the road, that's not my cup of tea. I don't I like driving around and stuff, but I could not do that for a living, especially alone. It's just I no, that wouldn't be for me. So it's got to be terribly hard.
Yeah, it's really not my cup of tea either, and I don't really like tea that much. So,
Yeah.
but no, it's a blessing. This job is a blessing, and
Oh
I
yeah.
just do my best. I'd rather do something else. I'd rather be home, but there's a lot of blessings in it. There's a lot of other jobs I just couldn't do,
Right.
and this I can do. And God takes care of me, and I enjoy my time at home. Um, but yeah, I go, seeing Maryland, of course, and then I love laying in the hammock. I love having a campfire. Um, but sometimes I don't get those right away. I think
Right.
the first thing is usually the morning right after, I get home in the afternoon or
Having
evening.
that early cup of coffee out in the shop.
Yeah, in the shop or on the deck or just outside. Yeah, just
Yeah.
yeah. That first cup of coffee at home, and if it's cool out, oh,
Yeah, that's one
and
thing that's
I do
always
enjoy being in
hard.
the shop and stuff. And
Yeah, punching a time clock is hard. That's a tough job. That's the only thing I did not like about Armstrong. Having to punch a clock and you're there for 8 hours or 12 hours or 16 hours. In fact, I even did a 24-hour shift once. And that's not, like I say, it's a long time have to be tied down. Whereas you're out in the truck, you can pretty much, you're your own boss and you don't have to answer to people. So that's one of the blessing part of it, which is cool. You
well,
know,
and it's really interesting because before I started trucking, I did a lot of other jobs, everything. I mean, I worked in factories, I did assembly work, I drove forklift, I did retail and restaurants. I did so many jobs and jobs I didn't like, and yeah, 8, 10, 12-hour days and punching a clock, and I did them as good as I could, and there was good things about them. I don't think I was ever fired. I think I just kept moving on. I wish I would have stayed at the first job. I could have retired already, but
right,
um,
right. Hey,
but the
that's
good
another
stuff
thing I
that
learned. Arby's is from Minnesota. That's where Arby's started.
okay,
The roast beef place. Yeah,
yeah, oh okay,
yeah. Did you know that?
no,
I saw that today.
oh okay, yeah, I
Arby's
didn't
was
know that.
started. Yeah, that of course that and Rockler.
Yep, yep.
But
Um,
yep, Arby's restaurant started in Minnesota.
it's really interesting how uh, I wish I okay. So I like trucking more than any other job except teaching. So I'd
Right.
rather do this than any other job in the world except that if I could teach, I'd rather do that.
Yeah.
But so I don't dread this job though. I mean, I'm taking a load. I'm going to Washington. I
Right.
don't. Nobody's watching me over my head. Nobody's telling me when to start. I start when I know I should start. I quit
Yep.
when I know, and so
Sure.
I'm in control of it all, and I don't dread it at all. Yeah, I'd rather be home, but I don't dread the job. And I've had jobs where I just, matter of fact, there's been a bunch of times when I quit trucking to start another job, and I
Mm-hmm.
dreaded starting. I couldn't even start the first day,
Sure.
and and God makes us all for different things, and but Marilyn said something here, so they are on here still. She says, "Oh wait," she says, "Mowing the lawn. He always mows lawn first." Yeah, yeah. I love doing chores. I've so enjoyed working outside. Um, and she says, "You two should do a scene from Trains, Planes, and Automobiles." Pillows. Those aren't pillows.
Those aren't pillows. That's a
Oh,
good movie.
or sing a song together to say goodnight.
Yes.
Well, I don't know if you'd be able to hear both of us at the same time. I really think we should talk and think about doing a weekly. Uh,
Podcast?
yeah, uh, but I don't know why I don't like just audio. I'd rather do video. I'd rather do it on YouTube. Um,
Right.
just seeing, I don't know. And it's yeah, just have some questions, have some topics, and we go on trails. We talk, and it's people love that, and it's
Mm-hmm.
fun. Um, it would be so easy, and it could be a half hour, hour, whatever, And
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be fun, and uh,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Hey, did I ever show you that sign that I finished up for that camp for that girl?
I think I seen a picture. It wasn't real close up. I don't even know if it was. Well, maybe it was finished. Oh yeah, that is gorgeous. That is absolutely amazing. I love the colors.
Yeah, that's just paint pens.
Okay,
And
so
that's
how big
about
is it?
yep.
How big was it?
That's 29 by 29.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
yeah, almost 30 inches square.
So what did you do it on? What kind of wood or?
I did it on maple plywood.
Okay. Okay.
Maple cabinet grade maple plywood.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's got great, as you can see, the grain.
That is so pretty. There's a company a half hour south of us.
Yeah.
Um, I was looking for free wood a couple of years ago, and they gave me some solid maple cabinet grade plywood. I've never seen anything so nice. I mean,
Really?
no voids in it, just beautiful. And they had it sprayed and finished, and there was pieces that were 2 foot by 4 foot. They
Uh-huh.
were
Wow.
they have stacks of them that they throw away every week.
Really?
Stacks of them. It's like just one of those could be a
That's
countertop.
amazing. Now,
And
here's something cool I made with the 3D printer, Marty. I made this for my laser. That's an exhaust.
oh, okay, nice, very
And
cool.
here it is installed on the laser.
That is amazing. Yeah,
See?
there's so many things, so many cool uses for a laser and a 3D.
Yeah,
I
like
got
I say,
this.
I use them as for making things for other things. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, there's the whistle.
yeah. I keep that one in my pocket.
They're pretty loud.
Yeah, I think I woke up
Oh,
everybody.
I show you this. Did I show you this? Here's I made a little thing for Lynn, a spice rack.
Oh, very nice. Yep, I love that. Very cool.
Yeah, it spins right around.
Very cool. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm gonna. I want to make some of those bottle openers, scripture things, and
right.
Christmas ornaments. I want to try to make those Christmas. I got to figure out a way. I think if I use my laptop, I could show pictures on here, but I can't really. Um,
Sure.
but It's about this big. I think I might have showed it in a video one time. It's a square box. It's oak, and it has a different panels you can change.
Oh, nice. Yeah, yeah, I saw that. It was in your hobby room.
Yeah, or it's in our bedroom actually. Um, and I want to make those for all
I
of our
didn't know
kids
I was
this
in your
year.
bedroom. Wow.
I don't know if I'm going to get around to it, but yeah, I can't get much time in the shop lately. But
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Because remember, yeah, you and I were talking, and remember, yeah, we actually said we could actually convert that and turn it upside down or on the
oh
side and
yeah,
make like little solariums to the like children would love that on the ceiling.
yep, yep,
That'd be cool. Just a different application of it.
yep, yep. Let's do a couple of. Let's try to end here. What are we at? Oh my goodness. Well, let's try to be done at 2 hours. We're at an hour and 35 minutes. Um, I wanted to start something new called Coffee Grounds, just
Right.
for fun. And sometime I might just talk about coffee history. Could be flavors or different things, or I might make a coffee. But for the one tonight for Coffee Grounds, um, I have I have 7 questions for you having to do with coffee.
For me.
Yeah, but I'll answer them too. So I'll ask you, and then I'll
Okay.
answer, and then I'll ask you. I'll just go back and forth. Yeah, if everybody watching this, if you could give it a thumbs up if you like it. Um, okay, first question. What's your favorite way to make coffee?
Favorite way to make coffee?
Like a drip or a coffee press or a pour over or instant or on a campfire?
No, I don't care for instant. I never was one for instant. My father-in-law, that's all he ever drank was instant. That's not me.
I do
Um,
it usually once a week. I'll do it just because it's easy, and I'll use really hot water and really stir it. Almost gets frothy, and once in a while,
yeah,
but
in a
it's not my
pinch I'll
favorite.
do it. Yeah, in a pinch I'll do it. In the old Boy Scout camps, I used to do the old percolator. The old silver percolator on a campfire, and I
Yeah.
like that really well. Of course, now it's just more for convenience because at work. But I'll make a whole pot when I go up there. The 2 days that I'm there, I make a whole pot by drip. What I like to do though is it's not so much how to make it, but the different things that I make. I like to. We have a place, Marty, in it's in a little place called Clay, New York, and it's just north of. Well, actually, it's in between where my son works in Syracuse, and it's called Paul de Lima Coffee, and
Oh, you're talking about that. Yep.
yeah, yeah. So what I do is I like to go down there whenever I go down, which isn't very often, maybe 2, 3 times a year, but I'll go down and I'll buy, you know, 8, 10 of the single, things of coffee, and it makes one pot. And I like to get different brands to try them out. And I found some stuff that I didn't care for at all, but then I've landed on a couple of them that I really, really like.
Okay.
And I'm not really so much for the fruity stuff. But I
Yeah.
love like pumpkin spice is one of my favorite. And
Okay.
there was one that was called like cinnamon swirl, and man, was that good.
Oh,
Maple, there was a maple coffee, which was pretty awesome.
maple sounds good.
Yeah, that was very good. And then they had another one that was pretty good. It was a like a mint type thing. It was okay, not my favorite, but it was okay. Um,
Okay.
they have some really. I was thinking of you. Some really, really. Uh, well, I don't know what you'd call it, but it was very, very thick and harsh. Very, very strong coffee.
Okay.
And I'm not much for the real, real strong stuff. But every once in a while, I like a nice strong cup of coffee. I'll overdo it by a scoop or two, just because
Okay.
I think I need it. But probably drip. That's the way I make it. I tried to make it, by the way, recently. I tried to make some camp coffee, and I don't know. I'm not too wild about that. Too many grounds. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't like the chewing on it. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, when I've seen some guys, they'll make bush coffee or cowboy coffee,
yeah,
and then they pour it through a filter.
yeah, yeah. That I could probably do.
But because there is something about it, really, I don't know, it makes it pretty good. But um, so my favorite way Well, I would say my second would be a percolator on a campfire.
Yep. Yep. I like
I
that.
just that is so good. Um, but my favorite way is in my cowboy coffee or bush coffee. But I especially like it in my canteen cup on a fire. I mean, it's just, I tap it and I pour it. Very, very seldom do I get any grounds. And
Yeah.
it's dark and rich. It's not bitter. It's so good.
Well, I
Um,
think the fact that it's on a wood fire has something to do with it. It got a taste to it. It really does.
yep, yep,
You know, it's
yep.
kind of like cooking on mesquite or something. It gives a flavor. The wood
Right,
gives it
yep,
a flavor. It gives it a different woody type, smoky flavor.
yep. So, so what's you almost kind of answered it already. What would be your favorite type of coffee? Like a favorite flavor or whatever?
Well, you know
Or,
what? Honestly, Marty, I'm not real fancy dancy. I like just plain old, and again, I don't need that expensive coffee. I really don't. I
yeah,
buy, believe it or not, I buy it right at Sam's Club or whatever, the Walmart stuff, or I'll buy it at the what's that place? Ollie's. We have an Ollie's, but I can buy a 3 pound thing for like $5, five
right.
ninety nine.
Yep,
And it lasts me for a long time. But if I were to go buy it, I probably would buy that. I like that pumpkin spice is probably my favorite one. I like that.
okay.
I like that flavor for the flavored coffees. But probably 9 out of 10 times I'll just get plain old cheap coffee. It works for me.
Yeah, I like the Black Rifle, just because I don't drink coffee I mean, I have probably 5, 6 cups a day in the morning, but it still lasts a long time, whether it's in the
Yeah.
truck or at home. So, get some better stuff. And again, Marilyn and we don't buy as much food anymore. So just to get a little bit better. But
Right.
Folgers is good enough for me. Great Value is good enough. And,
Yep.
anything. I just love just good coffee. I don't so much well, I don't like syrups, flavors that are too much stuff added.
Right.
Um, I like, I don't know how to explain it. Like some of them, there's a lot of flavor added to it. It's
Yeah.
there's syrup and sugar and stuff added.
But it's
I,
imitation. It's not real.
yeah, I like different roasts. I guess I would say like
Hmm.
like like at the Flying J here, they have Sumatra, they
Yep.
have Costa Rican, they have Brazil. Different kinds of beans and roasts. That's what I like. They're still natural black coffee, but they're different
Right.
roasts and different flavors. That's what I like.
I
Uh,
stopped down to, we have what we call here in New York State Burn Dairy, Byrne, Burn
okay.
Dairy. And I tried something. It was awesome. It was blueberry flavored. And I thought, I could smell it. I'll try it. It was really good. I liked it. I don't think I'd
Okay.
like it for a regular steady diet, you know, but it was pretty good. I liked it fine. But they've got like 20 different, varieties there.
Okay.
Colombian and blah blah blah. But a lot of times I'll get the decaf because it kind of, if I drink too much regular coffee, it bothers my stomach. I have
Yeah.
to get, yeah. I can drink all the decaf I want. It doesn't bother me one bit. But
So I know I've talked a lot about my new lifestyle, eating better and exercise and fasting and everything. That's another thing. So besides the fact that I feel better, I sleep better, um, my acid reflux totally went away.
yep,
I don't get heartburn anymore.
yep,
I also don't get an upset stomach from coffee anymore. So I love my coffee, and I used to drink it all day, but now I only drink it in the morning. I'm done drinking by 10.
right,
But I start like 5, 6 o'clock. So, um, but it used to be after the second cup, I get an upset stomach, and I have to drink some ginger ale.
yeah,
I don't even drink ginger ale anymore. I don't even need it.
right,
So I don't get an upset tummy from coffee anymore. I mean, everything. There's so many things that are better because of that. But
yeah.
um, so next question: what is your favorite time of the day to drink coffee?
Morning,
Morning.
clearly morning. Yeah, it doesn't bother me at night. I will, if I'm out and about or doing dinner. I like if I'm having dinner. I like to have a coffee after dinner. One
Okay.
usually. but it
Yep.
doesn't really affect me as far as sleeping, Marty. It never did.
Yeah, it's never really affected me either. Every once in a while, not very often. I usually have chai tea in the evening, but every once in a while, coffee just sounds good. If it's
Yep.
cool,
Same
whatever, I'll
here.
have one in the evening.
Yeah. And I like coffee the best probably when I'm on the road driving. I love to have a coffee when I'm driving. You know,
Oh, okay. Yep.
it just, I just like it. For some reason it I don't know, it soothes me. If that make any sense.
Yep.
I
Yep.
don't know, it just tastes good and it soothes me and calms me down. But like I say, coffee never really gave me the jitters. It never affected me either adversely or otherwise. It never did. It wouldn't put me to sleep. It wouldn't keep me up. It just never
Okay.
bothered me. The only thing that bothered me was the stomach. For regular whole coffee bothered me if I drank too much of it.
Okay. Yep. Yep. Yeah, for me, morning too. I love, especially the first cup.
Yeah.
It's, I, I just love coffee. Everything about it, the smell, the taste, it wakes you up. It's just, it warms you up when it's cool, especially. It's enjoyable having coffee with friends and family. It's just, I just love my coffee. Yeah.
Now I tried it once, but I do not like iced coffee. I never could do that. And
So, yeah, I don't drink it very often. I'll get canned coffee once in a while, not actually and lately, but if I'm gonna, I'd rather have a frappe if I'm gonna do cold coffee,
yeah,
and that's like almost like a coffee slush,
right.
and you drink it with a straw. Every once in a while when it's really hot, but otherwise just coffee over ice. I've never
No,
really liked that
I just
either.
can't drink it. I can't even drink it when it's warm. It has to be hot for me. In
Yeah.
fact, a lot of times when I'm doing my full, because I'll do a full 12 cups, but I've got an oversized cup, so it's like probably 5 full cups, and
Oh
I'll have,
wow. Okay.
oh yeah, but it's a big cup. But anyways, when I have that, it's got to be hot, and a lot of times when I get down towards the end, if I'm starting to slow down, I'll just pour half a cup at a time because I can't drink it warm or cold.
Yeah, I
Certainly
don't
not
like that
cold.
either. I don't like lukewarm. That's in the
Nope,
Bible too. That's not good.
I can't do
I
it.
hate a bath like that too. I don't take a bath very often, but it's got to be stay hot. As soon as it starts to get lukewarm, I got to fill it again.
Yep, I'm out of there. Yep, same here. I just don't like it. I like it. I like it hot, and that's it. I'm not a cool coffee. I'm not an iced coffee, and that's it.
So, I think you already answered, but favorite place to drink coffee is it? Would it be when you're in your car then driving, or
Well, I
at
like
your
that.
desk?
Yeah, I like to drink it there, or when I'm down to the diner having everybody. We're just down there, talking with the guys, with the boys, Dave, and we got some regulars that we all sit together. And
Okay.
yeah, yeah. So, but we go down on the weekends and have. And but
So,
I usually do 3 or 4 of my good sized cups, but that's enough.
okay.
And then I'm done for the
So
day.
that's kind of going into the next couple of questions. Do you like coffee with any kind of food or snack?
Um, well, I have it with breakfast, but I start off. We actually don't order about an hour. We usually sit there and drink an hour's worth of coffee. I'll have
Okay.
2 3 cups before we even order breakfast, and then I'll have
Okay.
one more cup with the breakfast, and then I'm done. But
Okay.
yeah, pretty much the way we do it. We just don't like to order so soon. We'd rather just visit.
Okay. Um. So I guess I didn't answer the last few, but yeah, morning's my favorite too. That's my favorite time. Um, favorite place. I mean, yeah, I like my first cup before I start driving in the morning. But I think more than anything at home, either in my chair or on the deck.
Yeah,
That's my favorite place, I think, to drink coffee or sitting in the shop too. But I think on the deck, on our deck at home is the
yeah,
best.
right.
Uh,
When we
I
go
don't really like the,
snowmobiling,
huh?
yeah, when we go snowmobiling, I like to have my coffee, but because of the fact that we're going snowmobiling, I have to just limit myself to 2 cups, and that's it. because you can't be going every 2 seconds on the trail, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
so I it's the only time I don't drink a lot of it. Although I'd like to have it. I would love to carry a little thermos with me and have it along the way, you know.
Yeah.
But like I say, you can't stop every 2 minutes. So you know.
Right. Yeah. And don't eat the yellow snow. If you know.
No,
'Cause-
no,
yeah.
no, 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 no.
Um. Yeah. I don't. I don't honestly like to eat anything with coffee. Um. I just. Yeah. I guess. I don't mind having nuts or pistachios with coffee.
Hmm.
Or chocolate. Um. But I don't really like to eat with my coffee. I like to have that separate. And yeah. But um. So, is there any, well, I guess you don't have to get detailed about this one, but favorite people to have coffee with?
Well, um, well, usually, like I say, at work I'm usually alone, so it's just me and I got my fun chat guys, you know. As you
Yeah,
know, I have my coffee, and I tell you guys, well, I'm having my second cup now, or whatever. And
yeah,
but you know, on the weekends, of course, we get together, brother Dave and neighbor Jim and his boys, you know, and then we got our buddy Matt that comes down and visits with us, and it's just a lot. We got, like I say, we got our own little corner of the guys, and once in a while, Jim's neighbor Jim's two sisters will come in, they'll join us. Linda and Sandy will join us, and but other than that, you know, just the neighborhood, the old neighborhood.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think there's something special about having coffee with friends and family. I love having coffee with Marilyn on the deck. We don't do it enough lately. We're always busy,
Right.
don't get the time. Or with friends, with my uncle Don or my friend Don, or there's just something special about getting together with a friend or a family member and having
Right. Well,
it's
my mom and dad, when they were, you know, when we were still at home, us kids were at home. This is back into the late '60s, early '70s, into the mid '70s, later '70s, and the big thing was the CB radios, and they would have these coffee breaks, and they'd
oh
invite, before you'd know it, you'd have 30 people around the kitchen table. People would come and bring a 3 pound thing of coffee, and another person would bring the filters, and they'd be at our place, and they'd be sitting around drinking coffee and shooting the breeze with everybody. And you know, it was just a regular, I mean, literally there'd be 20, 30 people, you know, sitting around that table.
oh, that's so cool. I like
Yeah.
that. It's so nostalgic, and yeah, even just sitting at a table drinking coffee. We never sit at our kitchen table anymore. We always sit in the living room or whatever. But there's
Yeah.
something about that, sitting at the table having a cup of coffee with somebody. And
Right. Now, does Marilyn drink coffee? Does she?
yeah, not as much anymore, but she still likes her coffee. She drinks probably more tea now, but um, I don't know if she's still on here. Are you still here, hon? We're probably putting her to sleep with our talking. I do that all the time.
Yeah. How about Frankie? Does he have coffee?
It looks like he's still on here. Yeah, he likes coffee and pancakes.
Ah.
Well, we can start to wind down here. I had a final quote. Um, I had a scripture. I started with scripture, then end with a quote. I have um, the safest place to be is in the center of God's will. Corey Ten Boom.
Amen
I
to
and
that.
there was a quote. I don't know who said it, but it was in a movie. I don't remember what it was, and it was kind of like that. And it was there's no better place to be than in the center of God's will, unless it's in His presence.
Yeah.
I love that. I don't remember what movie that's from or who said that one, but
I don't know if I've heard that before.
kind of neat. But
I'm not sure. Is it scripture? Because I can't place it if it is.
I don't think it's scripture. I'll have to look it up. It was in a movie. I think we have the movie.
Okay.
Um, and I think the guy was a missionary and he was killed, but he wasn't afraid to die because he
Right.
was doing God's will. And if
Well,
he
you
dies,
shouldn't be if
then
you're
he's
in
in His
God's
presence.
hands. Yeah.
But that's a good way to live, you know.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Well, we'll get in ready to wind down here. I don't know if you have any last things you want to say or oh, my honey's still here. Last Flight Out. Yes, it was the movie Last Flight Out. Thanks, honey.
Last Flight Out.
Yeah, it's a good movie. Anybody have any last minute questions or thoughts? We got about 5 minutes. We'll take it right up
Oh,
to two
how about
hours.
that? Hey, how about that movie? Oh, what was it called? Jack Nicholson and Morgan Freeman. Um,
Oh, bucket list.
yeah, and the Copianca coffee there. Remember the monkey poop?
Yeah,
I was thinking of you, Marty.
that's true too.
Well, you and your poop alert. I mean,
Yeah,
I mean, that
yeah,
that
yeah. It's call it, yeah, whatever it is. It the cat. There's some kind of weird cat in the woods would eat the beans and then they would
yeah.
poop it out and that then yeah, that's how they
That's how
make
they
the
made it.
coffee out of that.
Yeah, that's how they made it. The beans, it would poop. Yeah,
That's why it tastes so good, I guess. I don't know.
Copiaca, Copia.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
oh yeah. That was a funny movie.
that's a good one. Yeah. Yeah,
Jeez.
and actually, yeah, there's few things in there that aren't maybe the best, but I like it, and it actually has a good ending. You know,
Yeah. Well, it's got a
but
good story because the guy, Morgan Freeman turned him into, the guy had all kinds of money, but it taught us that it wasn't money. Money doesn't save you, you know,
right.
but he put it to good use. You know what I mean? And
Yep, yep,
it was funny. I mean, it was funny the way he knew he was dying, but it didn't matter, and
yep,
he befriended him. And of course, he wasn't. I recall. I'm not sure, but I don't know as if he was if he was. Um, well, I'm not going to say he was a racist or something, but he wasn't too fond of black people, and yet he became to love that guy,
yeah,
and they end up
yep,
being buried next to each other. And there's a good, like I say, that's a good story there.
yep,
He,
yep,
in other words, number one, you can have all the money in the world, and that's not going to save you, and yet you can use that money for goodwill. And number two, there's hope for everybody, you know,
yep,
and
yep,
and your heart just has to be in the right way, the right place, and yeah, just kind of cool.
yep, yep. My wife says she likes coffee smooth and not bitter.
Yeah, I'm not too bitter either.
Um. Oh, I wanted to show you. I did buy something today, hun, but I only got it because it was $4.50. Okay, and I think it's usually like $10 or $12, and it was clearance at 450. So I don't know if it's broke. I don't think it's broke. Um, maybe it doesn't sell very well, but it's another way to make coffee. You know what? I think okay. So I have instant in the truck here. I can make instant. I have a drip maker. I have a pour over. I have a coffee press, and I have my canteen cup so I can make bush coffee. So I have 5 ways to make coffee just in my truck.
Yeah. Hey.
And now I have another way. I've seen these in videos where guys had these and they use them on the trail. And I didn't know if I'd ever find one. And then I was walking through the coffee aisle. I don't know why, but and I seen it, and it was like 450. I'm like, what?
Mm-hmm. Oh, neat.
iMusa. It's a espresso maker.
A portable espresso maker.
And I've watched these things. I've seen people use these in videos, and it was $4.50. That's only I wouldn't have bought it, but um, so that's going to be one of my upcoming videos making espresso. Um, and so this part unscrews, and you pack the coffee in there, and then you screw this on, and you put it over heat, and then it's pressurized, and the pressure starts to boil it, or not boil it, but it comes up, and it gets all frothy, and then you
Right.
pour it out.
Okay. Well,
And
speaking of which,
It was only like $8-10, but then it was clearance at 450. Here's the different parts in it. But I'm excited to try it, and I have Cafe Bustelo espresso coffee that I'm going to use in it.
Okay.
So I'm excited to try that one day.
Well, that sounds cool. Well, speaking of which, I mentioned earlier about the 3D printer, and I saw a file that you could print out to make and filter coffee, and it was made for basically for on the road for truck drivers.
Oh, okay.
And I thought maybe I'll go take a look and see if I can find
Well,
it.
honestly, there's some different things that. Okay, so you know what a Keurig is, right? And
Yeah.
the little K cups. Well, Walmart sells it's a little plastic thing. It's a with a filter, and it's a reusable K cup.
Okay.
And you could just hold it over a coffee cup and pour hot water in it. You can put your own coffee in there and pour hot water over it.
Okay.
So that I've done that, but I've seen people they bought them, and you could probably make this. It's like a K cup, but it has wings on it, so it rests on your coffee cup.
Okay.
So you don't have to hold it, and you just pour hot water. You put your own coffee in there and pour. It's like a single brewed cup of coffee.
That sounds cool. That
So
sounds pretty cool.
yeah,
Well, I'll have to check into that, see if I can find that thing again.
Frankie says this has been fun as a bucket of monkeys. Well, here goes. It's time to pull
Fall
out
off the
the
rag.
rag.
Oh boy.
I gotta cut my hair. It's getting long, y'all. It's like 1/8 of an inch.
Oh boy. Hippie, huh?
I don't know. You gotta think about this. Pray about it. Think about it. But I think me and you should do a weekly live.
Okay. A weekly live. Well, yeah. I mean, do you think anybody would get tired of this nonsense?
I don't think so. I mean, I watch ones like this, and they talk for hours about just nothing, and they get thousands of people watching. And I mean, like I always say, if one person gets something out of it, blessed by my silly videos, that's worth it.
Yeah, yeah, that's for
And
sure.
the neat thing about this is like me and you FaceTiming. I mean, it's like
Oh yeah, yeah, it's
we're
easy.
we're having fun and talking, even if nobody else was here. But Marilyn and
Hmm.
Frankie have been here with us the whole time, and they're enjoying it.
Well, they're
And
glutton for punishment.
there's a couple other people watching, and I know people watch it after. Um, I lately I've been getting about 40-50 views afterwards.
Really?
It seems like I only get a couple people lately watching it live, but people watch it watch the replay too.
Well, that sounds cool.
But yeah, I don't know. It'd be kind of fun, and we could both bring different subjects. We each have a few subjects or topics or questions, and you know,
Yeah.
it could be a certain theme. Um, woodworking could be the main theme, or faith, or history. Whatever. You know, but then go off onto all different trails is what makes it fun.
Right. Well, that sounds like it might be doable. I mean, well, do a little poll and see if they would be interested in it. Huh?
Yeah. Frankie says, can you have more than one guest? I think you can, Frankie, but I think that gets hard. Just like when we've done it on the fun chat, it's okay, but everybody's kind of talking over each other, and it just gets. And the more times the more people you add, the smaller the pictures get. Um, yeah, I think it's harder. I think it's harder for me anyway to have more than one person at a time.
Yeah.
But well, we can get ready to wind this down. It's been a lot of fun, and thanks for doing it with me.
Well, sure, no problem. I'm glad that you asked me.
The sun's starting to go down here. I think I'm gonna kick back and make a chai latte. watch a movie, and I gotta call my honey and talk to her a little bit.
Okay.
But thanks,
Well,
Robert, for being on here. Thanks, my honey and Frankie, for watching, and everybody who watches this after the fact. I hope you get something out of it.
yeah, I can't find how to. While I'm on this thing, I can't do a thumbs up. I'll have to do it afterwards.
Oh yeah, yeah. You have to go to YouTube because you're actually not even on YouTube right now. You're on StreamYard.
Okay. All
Um,
right. What I just do? All right. I'm trying to see how I can maybe just the camera, turn the camera around. Nope,
uh,
that's not going to work. I was wondering how to turn the camera around the other way.
oh yeah. I don't know if you can on your end. So on mine, there's a thing on the bottom that says more. There's three dots, and you go into the settings, and you can change the camera. Um,
Okay, yep, I've got that now. Yep, there we go. Front camera.
but
There we go. Now, can you see the back one?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can. Back to the front. There we go.
Anywho,
All righty, Marty. Well, look at you. Take care.
you too. Thanks for hanging out with me for 2 hours.
I shall. It burned up 2 hours, anyways. There's
Yeah,
2 hours of your life you're never going to get back
I
again.
know it's gone.
Just say goodbye to that. Say goodbye. Say goodbye. Say goodbye to that old man.
We didn't sing any songs. We'll have to do that on the next
I
one.
just did.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yep.
All righty. Well,
Okay. You be
thanks.
well. Talk
Okay,
to you
you too.
tomorrow.
Okay.
Good night, Frankie. Good night, Marilyn.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time.